Peace, everybody. It's your boy. Let's talk. We back with another video. All right, man. So I want to talk to y'all about, you know, while sometimes it's important to say no. You sometimes you got to say no. You gotta if you're not someone who often say no to people, you gotta learn to say no. Cause saying no could end up, saving you in the long run. What I mean by that is, a lot of times, more so than often, people like myself and probably some of you who don't know how to say no, because I'm part of that category too. Um, I had to learn how to tell people no my damn self, and it's something that I'm still learning. Like I'm still just like not fully there yet. So like I'm there with you, but you gotta learn to say no sometimes, because you gotta let people learn on their own. You gotta let people experience things on their own. You gotta let people suffer on their own sometimes. Like that's experience is the best teacher. Um, and I should just life, should my life experience teach me that. And I always bring stuff back to boxing, because boxing is like a universal learning experience, because not only it teaches you discipline and self-defense, but you can use boxing philosophy and analogy throughout all life circumstances. And they say experience is the best teacher. When you box, when you get in that ring, you can get no better experience than getting in that ring yourself. Well, same thing applies to life and to people's troubles and ups and downs. And you can't always be that person that save them. You can't always be that person that they lean on, because sometimes you may not be there. And realistically, we're all going to make that journey one day, that crossover, to the next life. So it may be a time when you're not there. Maybe you already made the journey, maybe not. Maybe you're just busy, maybe you're tied up, and what they're going to do. um, and this goes for you too as well, because if you're someone who always asking, then you need to learn to do things on your own. That's just what it is. Life experience is going to teach you. But I kind of want to focus more on the people who's giving rather than receiving. And if you're a giver, uh, train yourself to say no every now and then. Because I know it makes you feel good to help people. I know you want to help. I know you don't want to see people suffer. I know you don't want to see people going through stuff. I get it. I dig it. I'm right there with you. But a lot of times when we help people, it comes at a cost. It comes at a cost. Sometimes it can be to our very own detriment. Like, you can give someone your last five, your last 10, and it could be something that you actually need for yourself. But because you're kind, because you're kind-hearted, you're genuine, you want to help, you instead you give it to other people when you need it. Maybe it can be something bigger. Maybe you need that money to pay a bill, maybe to pay your mortgage, your rent, whatever the case may be. But you giving it away to someone else. Maybe it's not money. Maybe it's food. Maybe it's accessories. Whatever the circumstance may be, I know y'all can relate to this. Someone may ask you for it, and you, in particular, really need it. But because you want to help them, you end up giving it to them instead, and then it end up messing you up in the long run. Please tell me I'm not the only one. Like, if I'm the only one, that's gonna be crazy. But there's over 8 billion of us on this planet. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I know several people who've done this before. I don't know if they hear my voice right now, they following me, but I'm sure I'm not the only one. So if you can relate, leave that in the comment section, because I would like to know. And I want to know how you dealt with it. Like, did you say no? Did you give it to him? And if you gave it to him, did the very thing that I'm referring to, did that happen to you? Did you end up needing whatever it may have been, and it end up messing you up in the long run? And then now you got to play catch up, because you are a resourceful person. That's why people will come to you and ask you for stuff, because you're resourceful. You get things done. You know how to get things. But sometimes that comes at a cost. A lot of times we don't get things right away. Sometimes it may take a few days, a week, or whatever the case may be. but it takes time. And during that time, you may end up being struggling because you want to help someone else rather than helping yourself. And that's I think that's the point where I'm getting to in this video, because you can't help no one else truly effectively without first helping yourself. First, you need to be right. First, you need to get your life in order. You need to get your priorities straight. You need to get all your ducks in a row. Dot all your I's, cross all your T's. Whatever lingo you want to use, you need to just make sure you're ready and prepared before you even think about trying to help someone else. Because once you do that without being prepared, then everything that I just mentioned throughout this whole rant is going to happen to you. And that's the last thing you want, because shoot, how you going to help someone if you can't help yourself? That's the whole point to it. So learn how to help yourself first. Do that, and then you can start saying yes. Then you can start saying okay. You'll be a little bit better because you're more secure, you're more stable, and you're actually in a better position to help them out further, because you have all the knowledge and gained all the experience and everything to get yourself out the rut. So now you can pass that knowledge on to that said individual, and maybe they can get themselves out the rut too, and then the cycle continues, and they can, pass on whatever knowledge you taught them to someone else. So just teach yourself to say no sometimes, and that's pretty much it. You teach yourself to say no sometimes before you get yourself together. But that's all I got for now, guys. Let me know what y'all think. Drop y'all comments down below. Make sure I hit the like, subscribe, and hit the bell. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.